Hey guys, welcome to the second part of my modeling tutorial. And in this tutorial, uh, let's begin by creating the air hole over here, and also we'll create a frame for the doors. So let's get started. Let's activate the see-through mode like that, and let's go to the polygons and select these polygons right over here. And what we can do is let's go to the world or working mode and extrude them straight inside like that. I'm sorry. uh, I think we can also go ahead and move these. I'm sorry, select these polygons. Let's apply this extrusion and let's select these polygons and move them approximately to this position right over here. So now you can see that we've got that nice air hole over there. So now what we can do is let's activate the see-through mode and uh, let's leave this section as it is for now, and let's go ahead and create some parts for the door. So let's switch over to the edge mode and let's select these polygons, I'm sorry, edges, and I also don't want these edges, and also let's select these edges right over here. And I think you can extrude them all the way to the back. Before that, one thing what we can do is let's deselect these polygons, and first let's make an extrusion for these set of edges by bringing these edges outside. And I don't want these edges too much like that. Let's go to the vertex mode and position these vertices approximately over the line that we can see in the image. What we can do is we can select all these vertices and make them planar in the x direction and move them all the way to the back. And now let's go in for some fine tuning by moving these vertices on top of the line over here like that, and let's also make this planar in the y direction. Let's move these vertices down over here. Let's make these vertices planar in the z direction. Or it's y direction, and I think that's better now. Next up, let's go ahead and tweak these vertices in the top view. So let's bring this vertex right over here and select the next vertex and bring it approximately to this location, the next vertex. Or instead of manipulating these vertices individually, what we can do is let's select all these vertices right over here and let's rotate them uh, while rotating, what we can do is let's go to the hierarchy tab, and let's select affect pivot only. I'm sorry, let's select the vertices first. Go to the vertex selection. That doesn't work in over here, it seems. So what we can do is let's go to the vertex mode, and let's rotate it just a bit like that, and move it over to the side, and that seems better, I think. Let's check that in the perspective view. And one final thing, let's align these vertices just a bit. And move it over to the back. So that seems better now. Next, what we can do is let's I think we can go to cut mode, and let's make some vertices right over here like that. And now let us manipulate these vertices, and let's go to the polygon mode, and I don't want this face right over there. And now switch over to the vertex mode. Let's smooth out these vertices so that they don't form any dents. And I think that's far better. And also let's go to the edge mode, select this edge and pull it straight over here. And now let's use target weld to weld I'm sorry, let's switch over to the vertex mode first, and let's use target weld to weld these vertices together like that. And let's see how that has come out. Let's manipulate these vertices just a bit so that they form a nice curved surface like that. And I think we can have all these vertices as planar vertices. So let's make them planar in the Z direction, I'm sorry, X direction, and move them out and space them a bit evenly. So with that completed, I want these vertices to be right over here. I want these vertices let's still do some tweakings so that I have all those vertices aligned up correctly. let's select these vertices and also do the same for these vertices, and let's check out how that has come out. So I think this let's move these vertices out just a bit, and I think that's enough for now. Now what we can do is let's go to the edge mode. Let's select all these faces over here and deselect some of the, or let's double click this face, and that selects us the rest of the faces. Deselect this face, so now we have got only the faces over here. So with that, what we can do is let's extrude them all the way till I think this, we can extrude this till here. And next up, what we can do is let's extrude, let's bring these edges over here, and let's create another tube right over here, and add some thickness. And now for some thickness, like that, let's bring the height segments to 1, and let's see if we can match these vertices. Well, that seems better. Now let's convert this to an editable poly. I'm sorry, let's convert this tube to an editable poly, and go to the faces mode, I'm sorry, polygon mode, and let's delete this set of polygons, and also I don't want, let's see, these polygons, so let's delete them. Now let's switch over to the vertex mode, and for some tweaking till we get the shape correct. And let's move this vertex right over to here. Let's make them planar, and let's also make these planar. And that seems better. Now let's come to this side and position some of these edges. You can see that these edges are slightly offset a bit, so let's make those tweakings. Let's move these set of vertices up just a bit, and I want these vertices to come here so that I can support this crease over here, and let's make them planar. And I think that's good for now. Let's also make this vertex go right over here, and this vertex approximately over here. So that's looking better. Now what we can do is let's attach this piece of geometry with this piece, and next let us go to the vertex mode, or let's go to the faces mode, select these faces and bring them over to their right positions, approximately over here. And now uh, what we can do is let's go to the edge selection mode, and let's bring these edges right over here. I also want to activate the see-through mode, and now let's go in to make some tweakings to these set of vertices. So let's select these vertices, move them over to the side, make some rotations. Let's switch over to the working mode, and tweak these vertices. Till they are lined up correctly over here, like that. Let's move this slightly to the front and this one slightly back. And next thing, what we can do is let's move this vertex slightly up, and go to the edge mode, select this edge, apply a ring selection, and let's connect that edge. And now let's switch over to the local mode and go to the vertex selection. And bring these vertices over to the correct positions. And also let's move this vertex slightly back to give some curvature over there. And let's position this vertex right over here. And next thing what we can do is let's go to the edge mode, select these set of edges, and let's move them out just a bit, like that. And let's also select this edge right over here and bring them out in the same way. And I think that's looking better, except for this position over here. Let's take care of that now. So now what we can do is let's select these edges, and I want to bridge these edges right over here with this edge. So let's select the edges, and definitely you need some vertices to support these edge loops right over here. So let's add some edge loops. Go to the vertex mode, and like that. And next what we can do is let's see if we can bridge that edges now. Yeah, we can bridge those edges. So let's go ahead and add a bridge, and I think that is decent enough. And now let's go to the vertex subselection to tweak some of these vertices right over here. And I think that looks better. And we can also make some tweakings right over here, like that. And like that. So now I think I'm satisfied with the shape of the car. So next up, uh, let's leave this section as it is right now, and let's go ahead to model some of the roof. So what we can do now is, let's create a polygon plane. Right from here to here, and let's bring the number of subdivisions to 1 and 1, and let's convert it to an editable poly. Go to the vertex subselection, and bring these vertices approximately to their positions, like that. And this vertex must go over here, and this vertex must go over here. So now let's select the element and bring it up to this position, and now what we can do is, let's go to the vertex mode and pull these vertices down, like that, like that, and also do the same for these vertices. Pull them to their respective places, like that, and let's tweak them in the front view. Well, let's keep it just like that, and let us add some edges. So let's select these two edges, apply a connect, add some 3 to 4 edges, and now let's hold on to these edges and add that form of curvature over there, like that. And let's go to the vertex mode, and I would want to bring this vertex slightly down, so that looks better now. Now let's select these edges right over here, and add another connect, and add, say, okay, let's let it be 4 edges. Let's apply, let's select this edge, bring it to the top, adding that bit of curvature, and I think that looks decent enough. So let's go ahead to the vertex mode, and you can see that these vertex are not placed in the right positions. So let's bring them over to their respective places like that. And this vertex, let's keep it over here, and also let's tweak these vertices so that they go to their respective places. And that looks far better. Let's make these two vertices planar in the x direction. Bring them down just a bit, or let's raise them up over here, and let's bring this vertex down, and also bring this vertex down. Now we have got the basic shape of the roof over here. So let's see, okay, let's go to the edge mode, select this edge, and let's connect it with about one edge, and let's slide that edge over to the side like that. Or before that, what we can do is let's tweak also these vertices. Let's tweak also these vertices over here. So let's bring those vertices in like that, like that, and like that. And let's space out these vertices. Or instead of doing like that, what we can do is let's apply a FFD modifier. Let's set the number of points to about let's select the editable poly, and let's apply an FFD box modifier, and I want the number of points set to 6, 2 and 2. Let's see what let's set this to 2, 6, 2. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so what we can do is let us go to the control points. Let's select these points, move them in, select these points, I think that looks better. Why I am doing like this is so that uh, I get this nice flow of edges right over here, So that's the reason why I'm doing like that, applying an FFD modifier. Let's set this to 8. And now let's see if the manipulation comes out right. So I think that is better for now. So what we can do is let's collapse all, and now let's go to the edge mode and select yeah, these edges are already selected. Let's collapse all and select the edges right over here, connect them, slide the edge over to this side, and now let's switch over to the vertex mode. Select this vertex, and I want this vertex to be positioned approximately over here, and the same for this vertex. So I think that looks better for now. So now what we can do is let's go to the edge mode, and before that you can see that some of these vertices are not aligned correctly. So after aligning them like that, let's also bring these vertices down a wee bit. And that looks far decent. Let's select this edge and bring it out just a bit to give it a bit more curvature. And I want to apply another FFD modifier. Let's apply a 2 by 2 by 2 modifier, and let's go to the control points mode. I'm sorry. Okay, let's bring these vertices just slightly to the top, or instead of a 2 by 2 by 2 modifier, I'm sorry, let's apply a 3 by 3 by 3 modifier, and let's select some of the control points right over here. And let's move them up just a bit. think we'll leave the edge as it is, except for these vertices. uh, let's move this back, and let's go to the edge mode, select this edge, and let's extrude it. All the way till here. Let's bring this edge right over here and move it to the side like that. And now let's go to the vertex mode for some tweakings on these vertices. Like that. And that's looking nice, I think. So let's move this vertex over here and this vertex approximately over here, and let's now go to the edge mode, select these edges, and add a connect and add some edge loops. Let's decrease this slide to 0, and now let's add a bit of curvature using these edges like that. So I think that looks decent enough. Next thing what we can do is let's go to the back side, select this edge, and let's select these edges right over here. Let's go to the local mode and let's slide these a bit to the side like that, and bring those edges inside just a bit. And now let's select these edges, bring them out to give a nice bit of curvature over there. And now let's go to the vertex mode and let's bring these vertices to this curve that you can see over here, and do the same for all these vertices. Let's bring these vertices right over here, and add a bit of curvature over there. Just sliding these vertices so that they match up in their respective places. Like that. And I think that gives a nice shape to the hood. So now what we can do is let's bring this vertex right over here. Let's switch over to the working mode now, and and let's bring this vertex over to the top, and you can see that some of these vertices over here have been misplaced. So I'm just correcting those till I'm satisfied with the overall shape of the car. So I think that looks better for now. So next thing what we can do is let's select this edge over here and extrude it all the way till the back, till, let's extrude it till here. And now let's select these edges and connect them with over 4 edges, and now using these edges let's add a bit of curvature like that and like that. And now let's switch over to the vertex mode to bring these vertices right over here. And for the time being, let's leave these vertices as they are, and let's bring these vertices inside. And let's select this edge and extrude it all the way till here, and let's rotate that edge like that and bring it to the center. Let's do the same for this edge, rotate it, and let's position it approximately over here. Let's also rotate this edge and place it here. Now let's make some vertex level tweaking, because you can see that those edges have not been aligned correctly. So I'm just adding some tweakings to the vertex. So that looks better, I think. Let's raise this vertex to this position, and also let's bring this vertex up, and this vertex must be aligned exactly over here like that, and that gives a nice shape for our car. And I think that will do for now. So next thing what we can do is let's connect the hood of the car with the rest of the body. So let's go select the editable poly, attach, and combine these. Now I want a edge loop right over here. Let's ring the selection, and let's connect it using two vertices, I'm sorry, edge loops. Let's slide it over to the side, add a bit of pinch, and that that is better for now. And let's go to some tweakings by aligning these vertices right on top of this crease over here. So that looks better for now, I think. And also let's tweak these vertices over to the side. And that looks better for now. Now what we can do is let's select these vertices, move them over to this place, and let's uh, go ahead and go to the edge mode, and let's bridge these vertices. Like that. And that seems better for now. Next thing what we can do is I think we can stop this lesson right over here, because it's already about 50 minutes. So you can see that we have got the basic structure of the car sketched out. So let's continue the rest in the next lesson.